Hi guys, welcome back to the check-in. I'm just going to have a little bit of a ramble here, rant and a rambling. One thing I've learned throughout my 20s is that to not get trapped in other people's comfort. What appears on the surface to be comforting, ideal kind of you almost utopian kind of a situation, because nine times out of 10 it's nothing like that. One of the things that annoys me the most about life is that you never really know anybody or know any situation or anything until after a couple of years at least. That's just my view on it, and because of that, it kind of sets you up for more disappointment as you get older. And I think, after a while, like Bukowski said, things kind of take on a repeat. That's Charles Bukowski, and he's right. And that's coming from a guy that had lived 70 odd years or 80 odd years or whatever it was. I'm here at 29 years of age saying that, and I think because it's true. Things just start to become a little bit sour after a while, and I think that's one of the reasons why people like change, and I certainly like change, because I think after a while you've kind of got to know somebody probably more or less as best as you're going to be able to get to know them, because nobody's ever going to completely reveal themselves to you, and I don't necessarily think that people should. I think there's always an element of mysteriousness about everybody, and there is about myself as well. And there's things I have secrets and things that I don't want to tell anybody else. I don't have any business in anybody else's life, so they don't need to be a part of their life. But yeah, life can get a bit tedious after a while. Can kind of seem like it just, like I said, very. It just doesn't meet. I mean, I guess you could say it just doesn't meet your expectations. I mean, or it just doesn't. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not for you anymore. It's not really what you want to do anymore. And that's kind of where I found myself in recent years, is in places and around, involved with people in situations that, truth be told, I just tolerated. I wasn't in them because I liked the people or really enjoyed being around those people in any way. I just tolerated them for whatever reasons. I can, work, for example, and also in relationships as well. I think that's one of the biggest ones you've got to be careful of is romantic relationships and friendships as well. As I think you can get very easily trapped and you can very quickly convince yourself that this is the best thing. This is something fresh. It's new. And you kind of, all of the reality of what's going on is actually just going right over your head, because you're kind of being tricked, and you're seeing what you want to see at first, and that's especially true for relationships. The first couple of years, you kind of see what you want to see, and you kind of get, and also with friendships as well. It can also apply to family, actually, but I think for the first couple of years, it's very. There's a lot of smoke screen going on. I think a lot of trickery, magic, and not real magic, obviously, but manipulative types of behaviour and things that people do to kind of, keep you in their, ego basket or something. It's just for me. I find that the older I get, the the more that life is less appealing to me. It's just nothing like I thought it. It's just nothing really like I thought it would be, really. And I found a lot of people to be incredibly tedious to be around after a while, incredibly boring. I'm sure people think that about me as well, and that's fine. Whatever, you have your right to your opinion. Just one moment. Just feeding the dogs here, as you can see them. Muyong's here. There she is. It's just frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating to see people for what they really are. And I think the older I get with people, even with people that I've chosen to spend a lot of time with, and I kind of feel that are trustworthy, even with all that said, and even with people that I'm very close to, there is an element of kind of just dislike as time is going on, and I just find that I'm getting less and less interested in people. People are just full of fucking games. It's just constant bullshit, constant fucking drama with people. It's just fucking tired. It's tiring. It's incredibly monotonous, and it's just a waste of my time. You know, I just wish people were just honest honest from the beginning. It would just save so much shit. But people aren't like that, and unfortunately, like I've said, it normally takes a couple of years to kind of see through the many layers of crap that people put up, and to kind of put on a show and show them, try and portray themselves as something that they're not really, or embellish themselves or exaggerate aspects of the personality or themselves, to kind of draw you in. But eventually you see through it all, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why things change a lot in life, and especially with regards to friendships and romantic relationships. They often change because after a while you just see through people, and there's nobody out there with any real mysterious aspect to them whatsoever, apart from secrets and memory of the odd bit here and there. But there's nothing. People are people regardless of culture and language. Yes, there's obviously differences, but generally speaking, people are pretty much more or less the same. It's only really language and culture, religion, things like that, obviously, that mostly culture that separates people. But I think deep down, most people are more or less, we're all kind of susceptible vulnerable to life, and probably most people from probably all over the world have more or less got the same kind of stories about this aspect of human nature, this bullshit friend, this so-called friend, this bad relationship they had, this family member that took them for a ride, whatever it is, this bullshit employer, this bullshit crap job, career, whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of universal things amongst people regardless of culture. Like I said, it's kind of just a rant, really. Honestly, I'm just kind of a bit bored of life and a bit tired of it. It's just very unfulfilling, really. Fulfilling. It's not satisfactory to me in many ways anymore. The only really things I'm interested in now is really watching YouTube, listening to music on Spotify, the odd, making mixes here and there, writing sometimes poetry, bits and pieces of creativity every now and again when I feel inspired, which is very rare now. And really spending some time with my partner every now and again, and spending time with these two dogs here. And that's pretty much about it. Apart from that, it's just, I mean, even those things are tiring and boring, and have their own troubles and negatives, which I will probably get into another time. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Just a bit upset, really. I guess just kind of upset with the way my life's panning out in some ways. And also just the fact that I'm just getting old. I feel like I'm getting old, and fucking my my fucking sleep life is absolute crap. Sex life drying up. Don't know why I'm told you that, but it's true. I'm just so tired of, you know, just people just disappointing you over time, and I don't know. Anyway, let's check out. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.